Picture this. You're now 70 years old, living in a house by the sea and enjoying your retirement. You're staring out at the ocean, thinking about the life lessons you've picked up along the way. You know things could have been better if only you'd learned these lessons earlier in your life. That's why they're called life lessons, you assure yourself. But hey, who said you can't learn these lessons right now? In this video, we're taking a look at 15 things most people take a lifetime to learn and how you can infuse these lessons into your life right now. Sound good? All right, let's dive in. Welcome to Alux. Number 1. The real price they paid. Sometimes we get into crazy situations and just stick with them for no good reason. We tell ourselves, this is what I have to suffer. This is my life now. And it's why we stick with a bad partner in a toxic relationship, why we spend several years at a job we hate so much, or why more than half our lives in the same town, even when we're aching to leave it. Unfortunately, we often realize late in our lives that we could have done things differently. Nobody forced us to stick on that path. We had a ton of choices, but for some reason, we chose the path that offered nothing but pain and regret. Now, usually this will cost you a lot, especially the life you could have had if only you took the bold step of going after what you really wanted. Hey, as far as we all know, you only have one life to live. Isn't it important that you make the most of it? You don't have to wake up one day and regret the life you had when you can make the decision now. So come on, Aluxer, you've got this. We'll be on the sidelines cheering you on. Number 2. There is no perfect answer. All our lives, we've been told there are right and wrong answers. We've also been constantly fed the narrative that there exists a perfect answer to our troubles, and we spend more than half our lives searching. But what if we told you that there is no perfect answer? That there are no wrong decisions, only wrong ways to look at them? Come to think of it, knowing that there are no perfect answers changes everything. We would have done things so much differently. We would have become more open to several possibilities. If you spend too much time looking for the right answer, you're more likely to find an answer that doesn't satisfy you at all. So the next time you want to make an important decision like getting married or switching careers or moving to a new city, remember that there is, in fact, no perfect answer. Instead, make an educated guess based on your current circumstances and put in your best. The results will definitely be worth it. Number 3. Your best years change. We bet you miss the happiness of your childhood and your rebellious teenage years. We're also sure you miss your years of college and your first feeling of financial freedom. Now, the point here is there's always something to look forward to. You just have to be willing to see it. But you wouldn't enjoy your life if you choose to believe your best years are over. In fact, you're far more likely to hate your later years if you believe your best years are in the past. You can enjoy life in whatever way, irrespective of your age or stage. Who says you can't get into the best shape of your life at age 60 or buy a sports car at 70? Age does not define your best years. You do that. Number 4. You can live forever through legacy. There's a pretty famous sentiment that goes that you only truly die when someone says your name for the last time. And this means that every time we mention the name of someone who passed away years ago, they briefly come back to life in our hearts, minds, and through our words. So if you want to live forever, why not leave a legacy that forever keeps your name in the hearts of many? We know what you're thinking. Leaving a strong legacy behind sounds like a complex and huge thing to do, but there are smart and simple steps you can take to get started. For instance, writing a book that inspires and motivates thousands of people sounds like a great start, and creating a solution to a problem that affects thousands across the world is another amazing way to leave a lasting legacy. Number 5. You are not your work. It's important to work hard. It's important to be dedicated toward what you do, but it becomes a problem when your job becomes your life. A job is something that we do as humans. It isn't something that we should define ourselves by as an individual. You shouldn't allow your work to cause you to miss a dinner date with your partner or allow you to miss your child's baseball game. These are moments that would mean so much more in the future, and they can never be regained. Instead, you'll be forced to live with regret and disappointment in yourself. While it's important that we work hard to achieve our dreams and aspirations, it is equally as important to create time for yourself and your loved ones. Number 6, struggle is a part of life. Life would be beautiful without struggles, right? You wouldn't have to work or face challenges because everything would just work out fine. But look, let's be honest here. Wouldn't that be kind of boring? And how do you expect to become the best version of yourself if you never face any kind of challenge? Because let's be real here, challenges and struggles make life interesting. They force you to grow. In fact, life is a struggle in and of itself, and we have to strive to rise above it. However, while struggles are necessary fragments of life, it's also important that we work toward a life of fewer struggles. You can't spend your entire life fighting. There's got to be more time where you get to sit back and enjoy everything that you've struggled for. Number 7, life doesn't give you all that you want. Okay, we know this might sound a little bit discouraging, but hey, we can't argue with the truth. However, even though life doesn't give you all you want, it sure as hell gives you everything you deserve. Remember the saying about reaping what you sow? Well, that's pretty much how life works. But it goes way beyond that. We have so many expectations, but a part of us knows that not every one of them will work out. Sometimes we plan everything to the point of perfection, but it still manages to go sideways. But what matters most is getting back up. If it really matters to you, you've got to keep on trying until you get what you want. Hey, nobody said you can't take what you want from life, you just have to keep going for it. Number 8. You should live for yourself. When we get older, it becomes easier to look back on our lives and see things with more clarity. At this point, we can see if we actually lived our lives the way we wanted or lived entirely for somebody else. But thankfully, you don't have to wait until your later years to learn the importance of living for yourself. Are you living a life that's influenced by external pressure? Are you chasing the dreams you've always had as a kid, or pursuing the ones your parents wanted for you? Now, your answers to these questions will determine if you're living your life for yourself or for other people. You don't want to be old and gray and constantly regret the fact you never did what you really wanted to do. So take the right step today and put your life into your own hands. It's your life after all. Number 9, live in the moment. If you're still hung up on the past and also worrying about the future, there's a good chance you aren't living in the moment. Hey, if the past is gone and the future isn't really guaranteed, why are you bothered about them? The only moment you can control is right now, so make the most of it, Aluxer. Learn from the past and move on. Plan for the future, but never allow it to steal the magic of the present moment. Choosing to live in the present helps you to develop a positive mindset toward life, while worrying about the past and present does the exact opposite. Number 10, taking things for granted. Have you ever heard the quote, "You never realize the value of something until it's gone"? Well, this is true for most of us. We often don't care too much about what we have until we lose it. Sometimes it could be our loved ones, our jobs, or even a certain privilege. Whatever it is, it never pays to take it for granted. Your loved ones won't be here forever, so why not appreciate them while you still can? Pay attention to everyone and everything that matters. You never know, it just might disappear in the blink of an eye. Number 11, nothing is permanent. Now, there's two interesting ways we can look at this. First, nothing is permanent, so every moment is an important one. So rather than complain about the past, why not enjoy the moment in every way you can? Then we could say, nothing is permanent. Doesn't this also mean that your tough situations won't last forever? Whew, there's some relief for you right there. No matter how difficult a period of your life you might be in, console yourself with the assurance that nothing lasts forever, that this difficulty is nothing but a temporary bump in the road. Number 12, the ultimate goal is happiness. Happiness, isn't that what we all want? Of course, everyone wants that feeling of calmness, satisfaction, and peace in their heart. Happiness improves the quality of our lives and the lives of those around us. It teaches us to see challenges as lessons and failures as natural setbacks. It fills us with hope that things will turn out fine someday, no matter how difficult the present might be. And at this point, we're pretty sure you can agree that your happiness is definitely something you should fight for. Rather than entirely depend on someone for your own happiness, make the conscious effort to find and create that happiness depending solely on you. But remember that happiness takes work. You have to want it for yourself and stop expecting it to just fall into your lap. Number 13. It's okay to feel down. While being happy is an important part of our lives, it's perfectly okay to feel down sometimes. In fact, everyone feels that way at several points in their lives. We've been conditioned to see sadness as a totally negative emotion, but while excessive sadness is definitely negative, feeling down once in a while can be beneficial to you. For starters, sadness is a necessary part of grieving. It can help us to connect with our deeper emotions. It also helps us to process traumatic and life-changing events, which in turn is a necessary part of overcoming this trauma. And most importantly, feeling down and feeling happy are opposite sides of the coin, so finding the right balance is the secret to a life of satisfaction. Number 14. It's never too late to start again. Don't you think we would miss out on some great inventions if the inventors gave up in their 20s or 30s? Of course we would. At Alux, we believe it's never too late to start over. You don't have to settle for less just because you think there's no longer time on your side. Also, who says you're too old to achieve what you want? I mean, who made that rule? It's pretty arbitrary and imaginary. You've got this present moment, so why would you even think that there's no time? The best time to start is right now, so let's get cracking, Aluxer. Number 15. Money won't solve all your problems. Look, we hate to ruin the party, but hey, money won't solve all your problems. Money is an important tool, but it won't buy you quality time with your friends and family, nor will it buy you true happiness. But why then make the pursuit of money your only priority? Wanting to be rich isn't a bad thing. In fact, having enough money definitely improves the quality of your life because it takes away your money problems, and those are the most stressful around. But do not sacrifice the things that really matter for a few $1,000s. While you can always make more money, you cannot always do the same with lost moments. And there you have it, Aluxer. 15 things that could take an entire lifetime to learn, compressed into one little video. What would you add to this list? We'd love to hear from you in the comments, so please share your thoughts with the community. And if you watched up until this point, you know there's a bonus waiting. Number 16. Good things don't come easy. It's a pretty standard rule that good things take time and they require quite a heavy dose of hard work. If you've been working hard toward a goal for a long time, here's a gentle reminder that you just need to put in a little more work and time. Everything will pay off soon. Thanks for spending some time with us today, Aluxer. We're so glad you did. If you found value in today's video, please give us a like, hit that bell icon to never miss an upload, and don't forget to subscribe.